Let's have a look at some of the really essential modeling tools that are used in the time lapses. Like with so many things in Blender, if you know the basics here, you can already do a lot. Note that I have my 3D window split horizontally so I get a vertical buttons layout. This is extremely useful if you work with long panels such as the modifier stack. The two modifiers that I use the most are the mirror and the subsurf modifier. If we tab into edit mode, select all the vertices and move them to the right here, you can see that they're all mirrored along this axis here. If we activate do clipping, all the points are merged on this axis and they don't get through. The order of the modifiers is really important. In this case, we're applying the mirror modifier first and the subsurf modifier afterwards. Let's see how it looks like if we do it the other way around. So let's switch here. Now, first our mesh gets subsurfed and then mirrored, which results in a really ugly crease here in the middle. So, in most cases, if you're modeling a mirrored organic mesh, then just apply the mirror modifier first, and then afterwards the subsurf modifier. Most likely you have used those options down here before. You can either select vertices, edges, or faces. But not many people know that you can actually shift select those buttons. So if you want, you can select faces, edges, and vertices at the same time while you're clicking at them, which is really useful. Maybe enabling all three of them is a bit overkill. So in most cases I find it extremely helpful to have vertex and edge selection combined, because now I can simply select vertices here and edges by clicking in the middle of two vertices. And that way I can also select a face pretty quickly by just shift selecting the opposite edges. So now we can select an edge, go into top view, and just extrude it a couple of times. You can tell from my clicks that it's really just a lot of unnecessary work. So another really quick way of extruding things is just having a selection and then just holding down Ctrl on your keyboard and clicking somewhere in your 3D window. This works for edges, for vertices, and of course for faces. Although you have to watch out, as you can see here, that when you're extruding a face it can result in a really messy mesh. You can find all the vertex operations by holding down Ctrl V, or all the edge operations by holding down Ctrl E. And, of course, by pressing Ctrl F, you can see all the face specials here. And all those menus are grouped together in the specials menu that you can find by pressing W. So the W key menu is one of the menus that I use the most, because all the important mesh modeling operations are found here. The most important tool for adding details to your mesh is the loop cut tool that you can find in the Ctrl E menu. You can also find this by pressing down Ctrl R, and now you can see that on wherever our mouse is floating over, we can quickly make a new edge loop here. So it works like this: you press Ctrl R, you choose which edge ring you want to subdivide, and then you confirm, and then find the right position and confirm again. While